Hey guys, Clumsy here. The stashy Clumsy. Welcome back to Clumsy Trucking. Yeah, I still have my stash. Mrs. Clumsy doesn't have her husband back yet. Yeah. Not quite yet. Hey Flying Scotsman, AJ, Alex. Thanks guys for being the early birds. We are going to back to the ATS world today. I think it's time to get into some American trucking. Although in a way it's kind of Aussie trucking because we'll be going with the T610, Kenworth T610, which I believe is an Australian truck overall. Hey Bear, early bird as well. Welcome back. Let me see. Thank you for the host, Bear. Alright, I think I can get started. If you are on the desktop version watching, you can also check out the panel below. I added the new stuff. I added a new thing there. There should now be like an Amazon Gear panel where you can see the actual equipment I'm using, from the steering wheel, the TrackIR, the hardware specs of my gaming rig, including the recording equipment that I'm using, down to the mouse and keyboard. So all of those are there linked, and if you're feeling like you want one of those products, feel free to buy them from Amazon. I think it gives a small commission on my end. It should show J, but I'm not getting anything, so I'm not sure if you're auto-hosting me. It doesn't show where to buy the stash. The stash is a unique item. It's not purchasable. Let's have a quick look here. Why is my... Wait a minute. Okay, there we go. I was afraid the ATS didn't have a sound or anything. We have the T610, the actual truck, the add-on for the steering wheels, although we're not going to use that, and the Crashboom compatibility patch with the Sounds 2.7 engine sound pack from Crashboom. So I didn't know you had to do that, but apparently you did. And what this does is it only adds these engines, so everything is still Cummins, but I guess the sounds will be coming from Crashboom's sounds instead of the default SCS ones. I guess that's how it works. Yeah, also, what else is new? The more events, we had that as well. Well, we had that in the ATS Season 2 series. Nat Vanders is still here. I'm not quite ready to do away with it yet, so I'm not going to go with C2C, no Canadream, nothing. Just vanilla map with Nat Vanders signs. That's the most comfortable I'm with right now, because I think that gives the best quality overall, even if it's kind of limiting the available map area. Also, I should have Sizzle's trailers, yeah, Trailer Pack USA, and I followed Alex's recommendation on the customization, where you can pick your own trailers when you're taking a job. I'm not sure if that's really needed, but I think it might be. Otherwise, you might not see any options at all. Yeah, there they are. Yeah. Aside from that, I think that's it. Foggy weather, of course, still there. Yeah, and I removed a couple of mods. I removed the interior reworks by LXAP and the TomTom GPS, because those two are conflicting with the GTM Kenworth T610. Not sure why, but they do. And if you leave them on, the truck will not have GPS and onboard computer. It's a bit weird. It's the only truck that's conflicting with those, but yeah, that's how it works right now. There is an error with the real company tanker mod. Oh really? What kind of error? Is it a game crashing bug? I haven't encountered it yet, I think. So there's the truck. Let's go and configure it a bit. And you guys probably were able to watch the SKRS video, right? So we do have the shifter now, the ALMAR SKRS. It's an amazing shifter. Really top quality and adds so much more to the game. With it activated, there is no mobile barrier in one of the roadworks. There is no mobile barrier in one of... Ah, okay. Yes, I encountered that already. ATS2 loading screen in ATS, so I didn't even notice. Wait a minute. If that's the case, then let me remove it. Or maybe it's not that big a deal. We can live with a no barrier. We can just imagine it in the meantime. This is how it looks for now. Doesn't look half bad, right? I think we can improve it a bit more. Just add like a... how do you say? Some covers in front. And maybe a bull bar. Make it more fearsome looking. Won't break your game. Alright, yeah. Okay, then let's keep it then. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. But that explains it. I wonder how that connection works. How the trailers are connected. Like, how does a trailer make mobile barriers invisible? Are they sharing some kind of object? Okay, I think we can choose... yeah, one of these. I think I like that. Because the others are blocking the Kenworth logo. This one doesn't. So either that or this one. This is wider, this is like more at an angle. I think I like that better. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's also add a metal deflector. We want a sharp one. I think this is a new song. This is what I like about abstraction music. So you might see below, I'm using the background music from Abstraction. I pay like $1 a month. I'm a Patreon. Well, I'm a patron. And he adds like a new song every week. So the entire list, the entire playlist grows and grows every week. And so from time to time we'll hear new music in there. And I can use that in videos, I can use that in streams and everything. So it's perfect. I think I like this better. Yeah, aside from that, I think that's good enough. Exhaust. I don't think I missed anything. Fuel tanks. American fuel tanks. So this is how the Australian fuel tanks look like, huh? Very different looking, like more squarish. It's not the machine that matters, it's the driver that makes the machine. Oh, that's deep. Inside, CG mug, of course. And I just have a cat there because it kind of complements the overall color scheme. Yeah, Kenworth steering wheel. I don't think it's as detailed as the interior, the steering wheel from Alexei's interior reworks, but it's not bad. Yeah, I'm kind of missing the reworks though, so it's really good. Not sure why, but when you took out the tanker mod, the barriers came back. Yeah, it's a very nice mod. Do I need lights there up top? I don't think so. It might be too much. Might be excessive. Yeah, let's keep it like this. So we have an engine, so you can see the options are only Cummins, as we saw in the mod's description. The mod description. But I'm hoping these are with the Gearshift sounds now. I'm choosing the 550. Not sure what the Cummins signature is. It does seem a bit more powerful than the same horsepower here. But I don't think we need that much. And I'm choosing an 18 speed retarder. I'm not sure if this is from the real Eaton Fuller transmissions. Probably not. This might be coming together with a truck. Right, I think I'm ready with that. I'm okay with that. Lovely morning. We are currently in New Mexico. Not sure how I ended up here, but we are. If you look, I am in the easternmost area. I guess if you had C2C, that would be the extension, huh? In Clovis. There is a mod which adds Packer engines to this truck. Oh, nice. Hey, Rolo. A long time no see. How are you? Let's hear how the engine sounds like. I'm not sure if that's from Krishmum, but sounds pretty nice. So we'll be sticking with it. So now the GPS works in the computer. So if you had any of those two mods enabled, the ones I mentioned, Alexei P's interior reworks, or the TomTom GPS, the GPS won't appear. It's a bit weird, but yeah. Let me check if this is working. It is. Gears, flick the range. Now I'm in 5th. Beautiful. Lights. High beams. Good. Air horn. Nice. Alright, good. Let's get going. Nothing majorly new today. Although I haven't really tested out much of Sisel's trailers yet. Sisel's trailers and some of the trailer packs. So hopefully we can get some of those. Let's get that one. Although I've been there just... Actually, that was my previous job. I came from Santa Fe, went down to Clovis. So hoping to go somewhere else. How about this one? That one looks nice. To Gallup. We'll be leaving New Mexico though that way. This one looks pretty humongous. Kung Turaton. Any preference, guys? We could go there. Alamogordo. That might be nice. At least it's a different direction. Whoa. How about milk? Reminds me of Transport Fever. How much we're fixating on the milk line there. You're always there. That's good to hear. Did you discover every city? I think so. Yeah, I don't see any undiscovered cities here anymore. At least in the base map. What is that? That looks like a different thing. Okay, let's go with this one. There's a double trailer that goes to Alamogordo. Let's check that out. I'm sure we can customize the skin. I think this is from Sissel. Oxnard. Where's Oxnard? This one. The milk one. It doesn't go well with our truck though. Our truck is more built for the box trailers. Because if you look at the cab, the how do you say? It's an aero one. Look how high that is. But I really like the look of this truck. Very unique. Didn't know the Australian trucks looked any different than the US ones. But I also heard that I think they're starting to put in European trucks as well in Australia. I'm not sure if that's a thing already. And maybe later on we can do with a no GPS mode again. But as a warm-up, I guess we keep it on. Unless you guys think we should just dive straight through to the no GPS challenge. Hey Jay, 2 months. Thank you. Good going, Clumsy. Thanks for all the streams and entertainment. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Wow. Hey BTS, thank you for joining. GGJ, GG, indeed. Thanks again. How far away is that? 3 miles. Okay, it's just down the street. I wonder if these people can ever decide to go though. This is what I noticed about the AI in this game. In some intersections, they really have a hard time squeezing themselves in because it's a stop sign only. There's no traffic light, and with the stop sign in here, in this kind of lane, oh, beautiful. The AI sometimes has a hard time. He has a brother. And yeah, by the way, I also added in that TDU some sports cars. That's the Test Drive Unlimited cars, adapted by... Who's the mod author for the random events, the more random events mod? He's the one who adapted the TDU trucks, TDU cars as well. That originally was for ATS 2. He ported it into ATS. Pleasure's yours. Thanks, man. No GPS challenge. Yeah, sure. Sure. Sometimes there's just rabbit AI spawn. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. In some intersections, the thing is so weird. The spawn rate is so weird. Yeah, we could do the no GPS challenge. Maybe we pick up the trailer and then let's study the route. What I found to be effective was to take some notes down. Like when I'm driving alone, I have two monitors, right? So I think I have to turn left here. Woo, that was close. My bad. Almost went into clumsy trucking already. So what I do is let's make it. Yes, thank you. What I do is I open Notepad and list down the different roads I have to take, the different highways, like 40 east and then 51 south, something like that. I'm just making up the numbers. All right. How much space does your computer have? Like hard drive space? Well, I have like in total 750 gig. 250 is for Windows, 500 is for games. But right now that 500 has only like 100 remaining. I'm not even sure what's in there, but yeah, somehow it's getting full. I have to decongest soon. Hey 80 Life, welcome to the stream. There are some accurate parts. It's not fully accurate, some are like imaginative, but the city names are real and some landmarks are real, but some of them are like open to imagination. Where's the opening? I guess it's on the other side. Represents towns. Yeah, that's the correct description. Global General Mills or Global Mills? Two different names. But I guess that's from the real company's mod. Real company logo. Writing down directions on Notepad, making up numbers isn't gonna get you there. Hey man, welcome back, Mona. Ooh, this is the one I took offline, Coca-Cola. It works perfectly well with this truck. I think we'll take that as a first job. Pepsi is nice as well, but this one looks better in our truck color. Yeah, so these sets of trailers here, the companies that are available in the trailer selection, you can customize this. You can choose which ones appear. So I chose Swift, Pepsi, Coke, and the other brands that I'm familiar with. So granted, I'm not very familiar with a lot. Yeah, exactly, Jay. Noting down the route numbers. It's like old school driving, trucking. Like listing down the landmarks. When you pass by this gas station, turn right. Maps are just old school GPS, exactly. My dad's very good. My dad is very good in making those maps. Like he would draw a map, and it would be very. One sec. My light is going out. The power is running out in the light. GG. Come on, you can do it. Okay, I think it's struggling a bit. One sec, guys. Should be working. Scale is 1:20. Cities will never look real. It's more than enough, I would say. It won't be super accurate, but it's more than enough. Let's go with that. Yeah, my dad is very good at drawing those maps. He would draw like the overall direction, and he would never write down the street names, because realistically, who looks at street names? He would rather put in like landmarks every now and then, like, okay, you'd pass this mall, and if you reach this part, this building, then that means you've already gone too much. You have to make a U-turn or something. So very logical landmarks instead of street names. It's very handy. Unfortunately, we can't do the same thing here. It's quite the landmarks are quite limited, and you don't really see them when you look at the map, so that's no go. So we'll have to stick to the highway names and the exits. Rip light. Hey, Swardo. Mrs. Clumsy's husband would know how to fix that light. Unfortunately, he's not here. Not here right now. Not sure why. I guess... if I cover the light like that, it's a bit weaker. Not sure if the bulb is running out or if it's something else, but it's weird because, well, with the new shifter, it required a USB port, so I had to remove where the original, where the light was previously connected. So I used a different USB now for the light, and maybe that's what's causing the difference. Maybe it's not getting as much power, I don't know. You have to drive on the roads, or can you take the rig off-road? Up to a point, you can go off-road, but not really so much. Sometimes there are like invisible barriers, but sometimes you can make a shortcut. So let's connect to this one. That should be good. Perfect. Let's go out of the truck. Raise those legs. Not too bad, huh? Not too bad. And let's go inside again. Parking brake. Let's get going. Oh yeah. Yes, right. Good luck with the no GPS challenge. Thank you for reminding me. Okay. Yeah, it looks pretty simple. We'll just be taking the highway, the 70 west, I guess that is. 70 west all the way. 70 west looks a bit weird, doesn't it? There's like a right angle turn here, but it's still the same highway. And then there's another like right angle turn here. So 70 west, and then okay, this might be different already. This might be different already. From 70 west, we turn into 380 west. And then we turn to 54 south, I guess. So 70, 380, 54, more or less. And then it should be a straight drive through to Alamogordo and CVS Pharmacies on the left side. Did you guys get that? I'll need your help for sure. And if we get lost, if we doubt, if we start having some hints that we are lost and we're not sure where, if we overshot something, we can always stop on the side and look at the map again. Going past the cow junction of 380 and 54. Oh, this one. Is that the one? That's a good landmark right there. When we get past that triple gas station with the inn, we turn left. So 70, 380, 54. Okay. Okay, that should be good. And let's turn off the GPS now. How heavy is this trailer? 17 tons. Okay. Not too bad. And that looks like a beautiful truck. Yeah, I like it. Is there any special truck stops in that route? What do you mean by special? Quote unquote special. Thing is, I'm not sure what the speed limit here is. Well, I guess we are inside the building, so it's not really particular about that. I doubt we'll be caught speeding or anything inside the building, inside the like private property. Really needs a Hawaii map. Yeah, I guess. It's ATS after all, and technically speaking. I wonder how it works though in reality. How do they ship things to Hawaii? They would have ships and then via truck as well, I guess. The thing is, kind of forgot already how we go out of this. If we turn right or left. Okay, we turn right and right. I didn't study that. Turn right and then right. Okay, and then we should be entering the 70. Or see, I forgot already. 70, 380, and 54. Are you doing ETS 2 next week? It kind of depends. It depends what mods are available. Depends on the new things that are happening. So I never really know until a few days before or even the day itself. How did I come up with my name? Well, I don't know, I just kind of thought of 2 words that could describe me, and those are the 2 words. Not very creative, but that's what I came up with. Can you let me go, please? Lots of coke trailers here. Wow, lots of coke trailers indeed. Hawaii does not need any roads, just a sunny rest area useful when you're bored of the default map. Special truck stops are the big truck stops which give you achievements. Ah, I see. That's a good call, Jay. Maybe we should check if we could pass by some of them. Hey, Devon. Welcome back, man. How are you? Loving the shifter. Can you hear the flicks? Like when I do that? I think they add to the shifting. They add to the shifting realism. It looks like there's something here. Let's maybe move to the left. Oh, wait a minute. Let's have a look where it is first. It seems like the thing is on the right, so let's move to the left. $35, huh? Yeah, I'm good. Road work ahead. Should have been for Poland rebuilding to help. What do you mean, Rolo? If it was Poland rebuilding, you would be able to help. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Yeah, you would be pretty knowledgeable there. Right. So a lot of people have been asking about the shifter cam. Unfortunately, it's not feasible. It's not sustainable for me. I'll give you guys a picture of how it looked like. So you saw the SKRS video, right? And I had the shifter cam then. So I'll give you an idea of how behind the scenes how it looked. Imagine this way. Right now, I'm sitting on a chair. I have my hands on the wheel on the shifter, right? Imagine in between me and the wheel and the shifter and the monitor, there is a pretty bulky tripod with the camera facing the shifter. So like the view of my view of the monitor is like 40 to 50% blocked by that tripod and camera. that's how it worked when I was recording that video, and I was okay with it because it was going to be just very short. But if it was the entire trip, it would not be a sustainable thing for me. I would be like having my back ache and neck ache and all the aches in a matter of, I guess, 10-15 minutes. So yeah, unfortunately right now with the space I have, it's just not feasible to squeeze in. Replace the face cam by the shifter cam. Even if I replace it, I mean the cam needs something to, if I am going to reposition it, it has to go somewhere. It has to be on top of somewhere, and it doesn't have anything to hold it. I would need the tripod still. So even with that, it still might not work. You need the stash cam. Am I lost? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. But maybe soon enough. We're still on the 70 West, but I kind of forgot what the next one is after 70. I remember it's like a three-digit highway, but I forgot what it is. Man, the light is dying on me. You can see my face slowly going dark, little by little. And is that a train? Yes, it is. Nice one. Who's leaving? Ah, the one. Alright. Have a good day. Good luck with your crusade. Not sure what crusade that is, but good luck. Enjoy. Those sounds. Yeah, I believe these are Krishboom sounds. I miss this clumsy cam. Well, you already got it if you watch the Maldives drone footage. There was a bit of Mrs. Clumsy Cam then. Okay, let's keep at it. I think we can just cruise along on this place. Should be pretty good. And I'm not sure if there are any special truck stops, but I guess we'll just have to keep our eyes peeled and look for any major truck stops along the way. There should be signs, I hope, with the help of Nat Vander signs. Yes, I'm getting very used to the shifter. Let me turn off the lights. One sec, I can't find the button there. Let me turn it off. Maybe it's charging or something. Maybe it needs a bit of time to charge up. And then I'll open it in a bit. Okay, I think we're in the right lane here. Slow down a little. There we go, 35. Oh, I think this is the one you were talking about, Alex. The barriers are gone. It is quite intuitive. I like it. I like the feel of the physical feel, where I can really know what gear, what range, what whether I'm in low and high gear just by feeling it. No need to look anywhere. So, and that helps me focus more on the road. Let's turn on the light again. There we go. Is that stronger or something? Not really. Is this the strongest you can go? I think that's it. Let me play with the light settings a bit. I think it's giving out on me. Should be mobile barriers there. Yeah, so no wonder they look so weird. That was a mod conflict, huh? So Alex, how are the updates? The new Cana Dream, the coast to coast. I've 285. Is this where we're going? No, I don't think so. I remember it was that truck. Oops, my bad. I remember it was like an even numbered road, so I don't think it's this one. So when we next reach a truck stop, we'll be stopping there. We'll take a short break. I'll try and fix the light. Hopefully it will charge itself. Rip. New Mexico, yes. Hey, let's take a photo here. New updates to the map mods are nice. C2C Alabama is nice. So Alabama, is it... it's no longer copy-paste? I mean, I'm not sure if it was copy-paste in the beginning. Even. I don't think I've tried it before. Let's take a photo. It's very nice. Wow, causing a lot of traffic there. Yeah, that doesn't look half bad, huh? Just a little. That would be nice for a thumbnail. Maybe I can try and hide everything. No, it's fine. Get a little zoom. Yeah. Alabama is now updated with New Mexico assets. Ooh. Cool. Only thing is, I guess then, yeah, you'd have to give up that Vander's signs, huh? Mexico Extreme also got updated. I haven't even checked that out. My trailer is making you thirsty, huh? Nice cars. There's some nice signs in the US expansion mod. Hey, Night Industry. Good morning. Can I squeeze in? Thank you. Still the 70 West. Good. I think that Vander helped with those. This expansion, that's the one from P16, right? But that's still not compatible with Nat Vanders. They're still working on that, I think, right? Even has a 2D rocket. What 2D rocket? Some retreads on the side of the road. Nice one. The colors in New Mexico definitely look different, huh? They're a bit more, how do you say, a bit more washed out feel. Arizona has that this orange vibe to it. New Mexico has that pale yellow, like off-white color. It's very different. US expansion is compatible with C2C, Viva Mexico, and Canada Dream. Ah, yes, right. So basically, Nat Vanders is kind of clickish. 380, I think that's the one. 70 and 380 junction. I think 380 is where we're going. 380 west should be. Slow down here. It's red light anyway. Now the thing is, how do we know where to go? Oh, there it is. 380 is left or right. 70 west is... okay, we're going 70 west, I'm sure. How is it that you get to 380 if you go both ways? Left or right, you get to the same place. Does that mean 380 and 70 are like in parallel? I guess that's from Nat Vander, huh? Just downloaded it tonight. Oh, you can turn right on red. I forgot. Been driving in Europe too long. The signs on Extremo add-on are kind of broken. Broken how? Have you come back to ATS, Bear? After a few months? The route is combined for a short distance. Common here. Ah, I see. Okay, good. Hey, Pokemon. How are the exams going? Last 2, right? If I read that correctly. 7 out of 8 done. Nice. Last one. Man, that must feel amazing afterwards. And it's the weekend as well. Perfect. Perfect time to get into some trucking. Hey, do you hear this? Wait a minute. Let me pause the game so you can hear it. The music. And I'll fix the lights in the process. Does that music sound familiar? So if I remove the plug, doesn't do anything. If I add it, lights up. I think it's giving out on me. The music is not familiar. Okay, I think the light is broken. We'll just have to keep it closer then. No, it's not a famous song, but it's a song I used recently. Very, very recently. It's the song I used for the drone footage. So it's because of I was editing it for hours and hours. So the song is kind of embedded in my brain now. Whenever I hear it, it just reminds me of the video. It became a very memorable song. Yes, exactly, Alex. You got it. Good ear. That's what I like about it, as well as with abstraction music. It's very unique. You know, it's not one of those famous sites or famous free music. It's not actually free, so it's not. I mean, some of the songs that you'll see, that you'll encounter in YouTube, they're very famous. They're being used repetitively, and so sometimes they kind of lose their appeal. But in that regard, this song, I guess, I doubt anyone else is using it in the moment. So in that point of view, I think it's pretty nice. Wouldn't be attributed anywhere else. That's the wrong range. Why did it reset? That was weird. Closed US 70 closed detour. Detour via US 380. That's very nice. Is this? Wow, I like this. 70 closed detour via US 380. Is that really part of New Mexico? I think it's the first time I've gone here. Okay, so we should be turning right soon. Right? Here? Yeah, road is closed. But that's unfair. They're able to go through just fine. It's just me who can't go through. Truck interior is a bit disappointing. It's the same interior in the Kenworth T610. Is it exactly the same? Oh, it's been a while since I drove the T680, so didn't even notice. What is this? Billy the Kid, historical something. Maybe we should have. Oh, I think we passed through this already before. Yeah, I think I remember this road, and that's where there's like a road detour there on the left. If this is the same one. They plan on updating the interior eventually. Ah, I see. Do you guys know if in reality the T610 should have a different interior? Yeah, maybe they focus on the exterior first. That would make sense. Because the exterior is what gets the people. Beautiful. You can go in the historical area, but Billy the Kid isn't home. I think I remember going through that when New Mexico was new. New Mexico. Narrow bridge. Tell me about it. Yeah, that's the off-road I was talking about, and that's like the dead end. I remember I tried to go there, and that's definitely new. The left that signage with the speed limit. Yeah, this one. It says dead end there. And it's actually dead end. It's not a secret road or anything like that. It's going to be a tough climb. Tough on the fuel at least. This expansion adds some really nice trees around Flagstaff. Do they use New Mexico trees? More correct, pines. Ooh. Like these things are from the more events mod, I think, right? The small, like the small construction works on small roads like this. At least he adds more of them, more types, and some of them are longer. What are those trees called? They look very weird. They like, I don't know how you describe them, but they look so unique. Thank you for following. Welcome to the channel. I haven't seen you in chat yet, so I'm not sure if you're okay for me to call your name. If you are, feel free to say hi. But if you'd rather lurk, no worries. Very welcome. And yeah, if anyone is wondering about my equipment, my gear, I added a new panel. If you're in the desktop mode, you should see it below. If you look below the screen, there is a panel there which is like an Amazon Gear extension. So it lists down all my equipment from the steering wheel to the gaming rig and everything. So I can get more information. I like that. I like that. That's my favorite sign. You know, the speed limit warning. Even before the actual speed limit changes. It's very, very helpful. 54. Aren't we supposed to go through 54? Oh yeah, we should be turning left here. This is the landmark. This is the landmark with the 3 gas stations, right? And the hotel at the left. This is exactly that one. Perfect. Okay, so far we're good. 54. Yes, that's the one. Joshua trees. Ooh, wow. You know your trees. You sure know your trees, Alex. I have no clue how to differentiate one from the other. To me, they all look the same except that one. That one looked pretty different. But the other trees pretty much look identical to me. Look in the car wash on your right. Wait, did I miss something? Wait a minute. I don't want to miss that. You can go back if you need to. Oh, that? Oh, that's a nice Easter egg. Let's take a photo. Good call. That was worth the extra turn. That one. Do not enter. There's actually a car lined up behind. I wonder what he's thinking. Oh, there's no one here. Maybe they're the ones giving a bath to this cow. It's a cow wash. Exactly. Thanks, Alex. How do we take a photo of this? I'd like to take a photo of that. Looks very nice. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yes, that's the one. The cow wash. You're very good at spotting these things, Alex. I usually miss these types of things. Even though I have my eyes on the road, I only have my eyes on the road, not on the things happening on the side. Let's take a photo of that. cow wash. And let's take a photo here as well. Why not? You always see the cows. T610 interior. Ah. Wait, let me have a look at that. Whoa. Well, yeah, for sure, it's on the other side because it's in Australia. But other than that, oh yeah, it looks very different. The dials are so different. It's automatic as well. Or maybe there's a manual variant. But yeah, that looks really different from what we have. So yes, I guess it's a work in progress, huh? Good catch, Scotsman. Okay, let's go. Do we need some fuel? Where's my fuel gauge? Is that my fuel gauge down below, which is getting like covered? Maybe I just use... By the way, are you guys familiar with the US mileage metric? The miles per gallon. What's a good rating for a truck? Fuel is that one. Okay, I think we're good. Would be nice if they update through Steam and your truck changes unexpectedly. That's what I'm expecting will happen. They would update that and you'll just spawn in one day. You load the game and you'll be in a completely different truck. That would be a pleasant surprise. Seven or 8 is really good. It's higher the better, right? Because miles per gallon, the more miles you have per gallon, the more you can go at that same fuel. So it's higher the better as opposed to the liters per 100 kms. Okay, let's target that then. Let's target 7 to 8. Very nice area here. Lots of things happening. Lot of burger. Lakes. Your best is over 15. Wow. What the heck? Okay, I'll try to go lower revs so we can get a better score. Maybe target around 1,000 RPMs only. Turn off the light, doesn't help anymore. Let's give it maybe around 15 to 30 minutes and then I'll turn it on. Maybe it helps charge it up a bit. Oh, look at that mileage, 37 a while ago. When you're driving at around 1,000 RPMs, I think it will yield to a very good score. And if I let go of the gas, then I go with infinity miles. Like so. .9 miles per gallon. Oh, I forgot what the speed limit here is. Guy is going to overtake. Good. Good for you. Pokemon said goodbye. His classmates are prank calling him. Oh, really? Okay. Did he in the Discord? Ah, I see. Alright. Thanks for letting me know. Bye, Pokemon. Good luck with the last exam. Customer expects delivery very soon. I should be there in a bit. Hold your horses. That's a nice looking train. Like the wagons are like the double, I'm not sure how we call them, double decker wagons. I haven't seen those in Transport Fever. Entering the city. Village limits. Are we here yet? Actually forgot what city we're driving through. There's a junction towards the 70 and half a mile. US 70 close, Roswell is 54. Okay, that makes sense. And we should be seeing a like a CVX pharmacy on the left, right? But I guess we have to enter the city first. Wow. Why do we have that tractor here? Does the US have similar tractors like that? I thought that's like mostly European. Double stack container train. Ah, there you go. Makes a lot of sense. There you go again with the speed limit signage. Love it. In the New Mexico, how do you say, figurehead, mascot? Alamogordo. There we go. Alamogordo is where we're going. So I should be keeping on the left already after we cross this intersection. US has those combines. Ah, okay. So it's not that far off. Oh, there's the train again. CG Cup. What they mean, BTS? I mean the mug? It's part of foggy weather though. So when foggy weather releases, you'll have access to it, but not before, unfortunately. Kirill was the one who made that. So we're delivering this to CVS Pharmacy. Do you guys see any CVS Pharmacy there? There it is. There it is. Okay. Why is this guy not moving? That's strange. Oh crap. Didn't notice the lights turned red already. Good thing there was no car. Exactly. It goes together with Foggy Weather 2.0. I wonder what happened to that truck. I don't see that often. Unless it kind of hit a car and then it just stopped. But I didn't see the car it hit, if ever. Now, question is, no trucks allowed. Oh, should we have gone there behind? I think so, huh? Well, no one would complain, I guess. Nice car. Clumsy trucking. I hit him. For real? No. That wasn't me. Yeah, he had his hazard lights on, so I was expecting he hit someone. Or someone hit him. But I don't think that was me, was it? I think this is it. This must be one of those new parking areas in New Mexico. Yeah, there it is. So it should just be a straight through delivery in here. There we go. Should be easy peasy. Good thing it's classified as a double trailer. Because like in ETS, the trailers from Cast, some of them are doubles, but they're classified as normal trailers, so the parking is normal as well, so you'd have to fit yourself in. And actually the ETS2 episode that's coming out on Sunday is something like that. So it's an hour episode long, that ETS2 episode on Sunday. And 20 minutes of it, 20 minutes is just for parking the darn trailer. I almost rage quit. Who needs a GPS? Yeah. GG. You did it, guys. Well, granted, it was a very simple path, but still, I'm happy. 5:10 p.m. I would think it's good to take an external contract just so we can sleep anytime. But let's have a look at the available things. Good mileage on that one. Oh, I didn't check. Maybe I'm learning, huh? By the way, who was the one who shared the link for the ATS blog? The special transport for ATS is coming up. And it's nice how they did that teaser. 35.02. Not too bad, huh? Yeah. And that's 0.0% damage. Nice. 139 at 35.02. Thanks, Jay. Nice. I like that. Okay. What else? Can we find something? All of these are urgent. I think let's go to external contracts. This is the good thing about that Vanders mod, because it's basically the same road. You don't really have any other you don't really have you'll always have contracts regardless of where you are. Wow, these are very long routes. Hey Lagober, welcome back, man. How are you? You shared the ATS story yesterday. Ah, yes. Thanks, Jay. Yeah, Crazy, I think, shared it today as well. Yeah, that's the one I saw. Actually, I saw both, but I saw yours first. I like the twist they had with the aquarium and the shark. Very nice humor. How about that one? Going to Yuma. Alamogordo to Yuma. Just go straight. Or we can go this way. 12-15 miles. Or that one could work. Gypsum. Going to LA. 777 miles. Not long enough. You want all that shark? I know, right? Let's cruise this. So many options with the external contracts. Only thing is, oh yeah, I remembered, yeah. With external contracts, you can't really choose. So these are not Sizzle's trailers. I have the real logo and company mod, I think, for this. So the only bad thing is when we choose one, we're stuck with that design. How about the Swift trailer? Oh, that's only going to Albuquerque. Mild winter weather mode. I think I'll enable it for the next episode. Thanks for recommending that, Scotsman. Enjoying the SKRS very, very much. Yes, I'm really enjoying it. Thanks. I guess we can go this way. Electronic components. That's very light though. 64k income. Rice. 18 tons of rice. I think I don't like this road because I've been through here quite a bit already. This, I'm not sure what highway that is. Flagstaff, Holbrook, Kingman. So I'd rather go from here, from the south. How about the one to Tucson? Saya. Let me look for a nice design. Phew. Wow. The trailer designs are not too exciting though, huh? Nothing too wild or dramatic. Not interested in cars at the moment. Let's take that. I think I'm okay with that. Doesn't need mild winter weather mod. They're quite different though. Foggy weather is mainly concerned with the skyboxes, And mild winter is, well, all the other seasonal mods are changing the actual trees, the actual landscape, so they kind of go hand in hand. So I kind of usually combine the both of them. Although yeah, with the mild winter I completely remove the sky part, because mild winter also changes the overall sky theme, right? It makes it a bit gloomy, but I'm not really fond of that. So I might just use I'll probably still use foggy weather for that. Okay, let's try the light again. Hopefully it's charging up. Oh, there we go. It's back. For the moment. Let me know once it starts dimming out again. Just needed a bit of charge. Let there be light. Now where's the darn trailer? Let's turn on GPS. Yep. Yep. Why do I have to go all the way around just for that? And I can just make an illegal left turn here. I think I can do it. There. Ah, yes. I see what he means now. So the trailer is somewhere there. Rip. What did I hit? Oh, just the curb. Okay. You don't have foggy weather, so had no idea. You do use mild winter mod though. Nice. Yeah, it's how foggy weather works. But I'm not really sure if mild winter plus foggy weather would go hand in hand. Although I guess anything goes hand in hand with foggy weather. Because mild winter also changes the trees, right? Makes it a bit more like autumn look. So the trees are still dried up, but maybe there's a bit of snow. Not so sure. Oh, this looks like a very unique trailer. I think this is the first time I've hauled something like this. Like a container trailer, but with a few different strokes. Snow is starting to go away now. That's good to hear. Yeah, I'll probably do that for next episode. Actually, the colors of this trailer are not too bad. They're still red and white. Just more on the white side. Beautiful. Actually works perfect. A little. The height definitely works though. The truck height and the trailer height, perfect. Aerodynamics, check. Not like the old ones, the cast trailers that we did before. We changed it 2 weeks before. Okay, I'll be changing it out then as well. 70 degrees there. Wow. How does that convert to Celsius? Sounds hot. One sec, let's study the map so I can turn off the GPS. Was 7 the other day. 7 doesn't sound hot. Okay, we're going back to the 70. Ah, interesting. So the 70 is supposedly here, but it ends, and I guess it continues like that in real life. So we're going back to the 70 west. So we're turning right here. That will lead us to 70. And then we'll be passing through Las Cruces. Now, which exit is this? I guess the one going to I-10. I-10 West. This one. I might get lost here, but when we reach a huge intersection, I should turn right. But not right, right, left, if you get what I mean. Because it branches off here. So we should be going I-10 West, not I-25 North. Right, so going 10 South, 10 West, 70 and then 10. Or I could also go here, right? I could just go straight through 70 and then merge through to 10. Why can't I do that like that? That looks better. Yeah, that's shorter. But it says the trip time is longer. I don't know why. That looks weird. This looks a lot better. I'll go with that. So I'll just go straight through, even across the interchange. And then, although wait, sorry. No, I'll go here because this part is undiscovered. If you look, that's gray. So I'd rather go there. So to uncover more roads. Yeah, so let's go there. And it's 10 south, 10 west all the way until here past Tucson, where we go into 8 west. So 70, 10, and 8. Okay, and if we pass through any truck stops along the way, let's try to stop over them. There is one here, but on the opposite side, so I doubt we'll have access to that. And this one as well is on the other side. There is one here though. So let's try to stop over most of the truck stops. Maybe we'll uncover some achievements. Highway is faster than through town. Also, this is through town. So that slows you down a bit, maybe. Hey, Rohan. No worries, no worries. Hey, Edmund. Good morning. 14 in Hong Kong. Wow. I envy you guys. Here it's like 32. Your tardiness will be noted in your time card. You'll see it by end of the month. Now you're just a bird. Okay. I turn that off. Thank you. Really nice addition, these sports cars. Ouch. They fit perfectly well with the US scene. Doing good, Rohan. Doing good. How are you? What's been going on? You still have classes, right? Look at these guys up for a drag race. Revving. This is like Fast and Furious. Oh, there they go. Maybe if you do that like 4 times the speed, it looks like a drag race. Right now it just looks like 2 grandmas are driving. Like me, like I'm the one driving. The best clumsy driving in a long time. Well, didn't get lost. So yes, I'll call that very good driving. Doesn't happen often. The trees here look very different. They don't look like New Mexico at all, right? Don't look like a deserty feel. Let's not speed too much. A back car. Yuck. Well, this is the only option in this truck by default. Alex said there was an add-on where you could add more choices to the engine list, but by default I think this is what the truck uses. Good ear. Dakar sound is modern. Lot of classes. Is it also exam week like Pokemon? Not sure if the class schedules, the class season is the same in the US and in Singapore. Hey Barry, good morning. How are you guys? Stop, slow down. Don't hit that sports car. That might be a bit expensive. There we go. So if I remember correctly, we're going through the 70 and then we'll be moving to 10 west. So it's 70 west, 10 west, and then 8 west, 70, 10, 8, something like that. We'll see. And if you spot any Easter eggs or interesting sights, let me know, right? So we can do like, ooh, what is that? Like, looks like a bunker of some sort. Not really. Watching Clumsy trucking while trucking is not good for the trailer's health. How much damage did you get? Just not Vanders. I'm not quite ready to leave it yet. I'm pretty happy with the limited map, but with the beautiful signage. I don't think I can live anymore with non-fully signed areas. Adobe building, there you go. Yeah, that's the word. Oh, I like that effect. I like that effect with the mountains, with the layered mountains, and you know, the fog just differing the shading on the mountains. Like the nearer ones are like the darker shaded, and it gets lighter and lighter as it goes farther, like that. That's like a classic painting that I've been trying before during my high school days, grade school days. Yeah, looks very nice. Can I move here? Let's take a photo here. This looks very scenic. Once we complete our lane change. Alabama signage is amazing. Is that real or a kappa? More green grass. Looks like distances. Yeah. The mountains are disappearing in this game though. Yeah, that's the one. Whoop, whoop. But when they do appear, it looks very nice. Not too much. It distorts the picture. That one is just perfecto. And maybe from this side as well. I'm growing very fond of rotating the camera. Just a bit, not too much. It adds a lot more flair, you know. It's the same that the train is carrying. Oh, okay. Maybe it's a race then. It's a race to see who will arrive first. My stream won't auto-host, but others auto-host. Ah, I think that's because my auto-host is turned off. I think that works. It works like that. In the meantime, you can manual host me. Yeah, I don't have auto-host on because I'm not sure how it works. I haven't studied it well, but I don't want to host people who I don't really know very much. So I find it a bit dangerous, like especially because I'm aiming for a family-friendly channel, and I'm not sure if the people I'll be hosting will have the same, and I don't want to point people to other channels which don't have that. What is this? RIP. Very nice. Very nicely done. Not nice for the truck, but wow. That's cool. Crashed right in front of the drop site. Ooh, GG. Thank you for the host, Scotsman. Yeah, right before you finish the job, you crash. And especially if it's like 1,000-kilometer journey. Work really hard, pretty happy with your journey, and then you crash at the last minute. Sucks. Unsecured load. Yeah, forgot the strap. Forgot to fasten something. Hey, Chris Magnus, at the airport. You're going to Singapore, right? Enjoy. Maybe we'll encounter each other over the weekend. You hear nice clicking sounds from the SKRS. Yes, I think the mic is picking it up. Yeah, and I think it's okay, right? It's adding to the immersion. It's adding to the realism. Thanks for the feedback. 25. Okay. Las Cruces city limit. Are we? I think we're going here, right? And then we should be turning left. Oh man. This is 25 though. I'm hoping there is a left somewhere. Yeah, this one. Okay, good. This one. There we go. To 10. Yes, to I-10. El Paso. I'm not sure if it's really El Paso, but I'm sure it's this one. Based on the map, I remember this is how it looks. 3% damage, and that's not too bad. But yeah, you're not going to get that excellent. Have a safe trip and enjoy. Do you have like an itinerary planned already? Are you going with your parents? Maybe I can give you some pointers. Some things to explore. Although granted, I'm not really good when it comes to advising or recommending, because I don't really go out that much. Mom and twin. Wait a minute. Is it your mom's twin or your twin? Oh, I like this. I like this junction. Pretty pro. In the Philippines, we have a new. So the current president in the Philippines is a very infrastructure-oriented person, and so his motto is like build, build, build. So there's a lot of infrastructure being built in the recent years since he stepped in as president, and so we have a lot of new roads, a lot of new highways, and I must say the highways look pretty nice. They're like, I guess, European, a bit European in design. So how the merges look like, how the exits and entrances to the highway look like, they're very nice. It feels like I'm driving an ATS 2 sometimes. It kind of felt like that a while ago with one of those junctions. Are you passing through Las Cruces? I don't think so, right? Should be going straight through the I-10 West. This is I-25 South. I might have gone somewhere wrong, unless there is somewhere which says I-10 West here. Hopefully there is. Your twin. Okay, you have a twin. Nice. Do you guys look the same? Like, how do you call that? Paternal... oh, I forgot the term. There we go. I-10 West is where we're going. And this is why I like these signs. It's so nice to navigate the old school way, not relying on GPS. 45. Yeah, we're well within the speed limit. Driving like a grandma. By the way, have you guys seen Kerales? It's this new video. He's back into ETS2. I'm not sure if it's for good, but he made a new episode. He's in Italy. He's in Firenze. And he's starting from scratch. But it's good that he's back. You're not identical. Ah, okay, I see. The I-25 and the I-10 share the same road. Quite interesting about those shared roads. I find them a bit confusing, but I guess they kind of make sense if you know what they are. Oh, let's go and stop here. It could be a nice... oh, looks like something's broken up ahead. GG. Overheat. Yeah, let's stop here. Is this the truck stop? I think so. Oh, this is Las Cruces. I don't think I want to stop there. Oh, the stop is also there. Okay. Well, I guess we skipped it then. Too bad. You've never tried manual hosting. I'm not also sure how it works. You just type /host, but Flying Scotsman could probably help you. Just hosted me a bit a while ago. You like Irales' CS video, City Skylines, you mean? Yeah. He's the master builder. Like, I think he's the best builder around from my point of view. He's like my favorite builder. Thank you for the host, Jay. There you go. Up. ATS 2 no GPS challenge is hard. Oh yes, I don't think I'll be able to manage that. Especially when you're in Russia, it gets kind of hard trying to read those characters, right? It's going to be very painful. It's too hard, Alex. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with no GPS in ATS. In ATS 2, not quite there yet. Have you been in Nevada with Sizzle Trailer Pack enabled? I don't think I have. You mean because of those triples? I haven't seen it yet, but we should check it out. Will there be an ATS GPS challenge? It was always an ATS GPS challenge, right? Wow, look at that. That sky. Looks a bit too bright right now. Maybe I should turn on my lights. Yeah, there you go. The bad thing about this is I don't see the signs too much. Yes, they always change the speed limit without notice. Yeah, that's a thing. I'm not sure if that's like really the case in Europe. I asked about that in the video. Someone said it is like that really. So maybe you just have to really keep your eyes peeled and don't go too fast. Do you have to pay for it? No, you just have to host. Like /host? How does it work? European map is too crowded. Needs a bigger scale. 1:2. 1:1. That's rip. Good luck merging in. If you go like this, everything goes brighter. I like that. That auto exposure thing. It's how like you see it in cameras. That's why I can't play with NVIDIA Inspector anymore as much as it makes the overall graphics much better and performance much better. Removes the jagged edges and makes everything look crisper. But it removes that auto exposure adjustment thing, which is like a major feature in the game. There we go. Can we stop here? Rest area next, right? There you go. I guess it's too early to rest. It's only 8 PM. But you could do a bit of a break. Hey Kelly, welcome back. How are you? $35. Okay, we're good. And a stop sign up ahead. Who's leaving? There are reduced speed ahead in ATS. Yes, I really like that. It's very helpful. Very safe. Have a safe trip, Chris, and enjoy. Let us know how it goes. See you in Discord. What's so special about the science mod? I don't know. if you're not a fan of science, then you won't appreciate it. I am though. Ah, there we go. Truck stop tour. Nice one. I haven't been here before. Looks like I have still like 7 truck stops to discover. Interesting. My holiday was awesome. Too bad it had to end. It was perfect. Now I'm wishing we went there for 2 weeks instead of just one. Yes, the special truck stop. Yeah, we got one at least. Should we sleep now? I kind of want to see the end of the sunset before we sleep, so I guess let's just push through. Just take a short break by refueling here. Don't know how this works. How did you host, Jay? How did you make that work? Did you type something? Maybe Rohan can try it out if he wants. When you go on a vacation, you always want to stay longer than you planned. That's true. For me though, it's not always true. Like when we went to Japan, when we went to Tokyo last year, at a certain point, actually that last day, we were like, this is so awesome, but I think I'm good. I think I'm ready to go back. Most of the end, when we went to Europe, it was like, okay, I'm tired. It's great, but I'm tired. I want to go home. But I think it's because the overall trip is not itinerary oriented. This trip is just about relaxing and enjoying. That's why you can never get enough. So that's probably what you're referring to. When you go on vacation, you always want to stay longer. But if you have a specific itinerary planned, then it gets a bit tiring. It's awesome, but it's tiring. And at some point, kind of like to go back and take a break from all touring around. Japan and EU has a different culture and climate. Maldives is similar to Singapore. That's very true. Yeah, that might be. Yeah, the adjustment in the culture is probably exhausting. Yeah. Not really culture shock, but having to adjust. In Europe, be more assertive. In Japan, I mean, Japan is still like, I think Japan is still the place where I had the most comfort in terms of I felt so at peace. You know, I felt so safe. Felt people were so courteous, and it was just an amazing feeling. In Europe, as amazing as it is, I had to be like keep my guard up because people are more assertive, they're more straightforward, they're more blunt. They won't hesitate to be rude to you. Some people are rude, you know. Depends on the person, of course, but yeah, you get more people in general that are rude, especially in the service industry, as ironic as that is. Thanks for answering. Yeah, went to the Maldives. If you haven't checked it out, Kelly, I released like a drone footage of the resort we stayed in. I'm not sure if you enjoy those kinds of things, but you might. It's in the channel. It's like 2 minutes 30 seconds long, so it won't take too much time at all. Feel free to check it out. You know what I mean. But EU felt like home to you. Yeah, I guess it all depends on our personality and how we fit in. For me, Japan is the one which really felt like that. So I guess in terms of vacation, I can spend a very long time there, but maybe for living, not so much. Because I heard that Japan is very serious, very work-oriented. They're very workaholics. And I don't want to be a workaholic. I'm more like the Australian culture. Australia is like the opposite of Japan in my point of view when it comes to work, because they're more like the chill type. Ooh, nice. How did that plane end up there? Yeah, they're more chill. The Australians that we work with, they're like on a clock. When it hits 5:30, they leave. When it's Friday, maybe they leave 4:30. And it's like a non-negotiable. So they're very work-life balance oriented. In Japan, I think it's very much the opposite way. Have I flown any other radio controlled things? Not really. Like before I bought the drone, I mean initially, you know how clueless I was about drones? I thought drones were powered by gasoline. I didn't know they were powered by batteries already. I was way behind the times, so to speak. And when we were looking for a drone, because we knew that we were going to the Maldives, and we thought, well, a drone would be pretty nice here. And that's when we researched, and that's the only time when I realized, oh wow, it's we're now in the high-tech age. Because you know the old choppers were like the old helicopter controlled by remote control was using gasoline, I think, or something. I'm more like the Spanish then. Yeah, Spanish are very similar in a way, but for me, when it's work, it's work. I work full 100%, but when it's done, then it's done. Then I do life 100%. I don't like mixing the two together. Radio controlled. You've been watching my video this week, Transport Fever. Ah, nice. Hope you enjoyed. It's a bit focused on the milk line, but I think it kind of helped. We need bright lights now. That will be bad for the oncoming trucks. Hong Kong is so work-oriented. Oh, Singapore as well, actually. Singapore normally is, but my company is a bit of a different. My company is a bit more lenient about it because we have more like the international culture rather than the Singaporean culture. So they're a bit more lenient about that. They're more results oriented. Doesn't matter what time you log in, what time you log out, as long as you get the job done and as long as you attend the meetings and everything. So they're not too strict about it. You did, nice. Gasoline. Yeah, I think there was a time when choppers, remote control choppers, were fueled by gasoline. I think. Yeah, there you go. There are drones which use gasoline in those days. Yeah, in those days is the keyword. I thought we were still in those days. That's why I really enjoyed the... Oh man, really? Piloting a drone in the more recent era, in the modern times. When you leave work, you want to leave it behind. That's why you like trucking. Yeah, I totally understand that. The airport Wi-Fi is not good. Sure thing, no problem. It's good that you have Wi-Fi at all, Chris. Which terminal are you at? Na E1, 2, or 3? Depends on your airline. Still need to catch up with the ETS2 videos. There's one more coming up this Sunday. A stone line. Yeah, I think you're right, Kelly. We might go with that because the trucks can't seem to handle everything. But first we'll take care of the food line. I don't like that bottleneck at all. Wrong key. There you go. Good. Still not quite used to the keys so much. Those are hardcore gasoline remote control drones. Yeah. Some RC choppers are still gas, but yours are electric. Nice. I never had one of those. It was too dangerous for me. I mean, being clumsy and everything, I don't think I would be able to pilot one of those, but surprisingly the drones I really enjoyed. Although I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with how drones work, but the Spark which I have, this is like the entry level drone. It's DJI, so it's a reputable brand, but it's their entry level. It's very casual, it's not professional at all. It's not built for professionals. It only has 15 minutes of charge. Each battery can only make your drone fly for 15 minutes. That can be either too short or too long, depending on how you look at it. and I have 2 batteries. So had to do a couple of rounds to get all the footage I needed. Had to have a lot of options. I-10 West. Do you guys remember? I think we should. Yeah, let's go and stop here. I'll study the map as well and sleep because it's too dark already. There's still gasoline powered stuff, but it's more like people have it as a hobby. So it's not practical to have it anymore if you're just want efficiency. I mean, if you can have batteries, why not? Good luck trying to bring that on board the plane, right? The gasoline. You don't like it anyway. Which one, Kelly? Oh, we don't need to refuel. I just refueled a while ago. Just need to sleep. Sorry. Hey, Clumsy. I thought you guys were saying hello to me. I was like, haven't you guys been here all that time? Apparently it was Clumsy you were saying hello to. They make drones that will fit in the palm of your hand. That's creepy, huh? Yeah, drones are the future, but they're very creepy. Twitch is having issues tonight. What kind of issues? Refresh the stream and having a black screen. Yeah. Keep saying you have to reconnect. Oh, rip. Yeah, on my end it seems fine. I have a browser open, which shows my footage on Twitch. Hasn't screwed up yet. Okay, still going I-10 West. Just turn left at this gas station, straight through. We'll be passing through Tucson, and then past Tucson we'll be moving over to 8 West, and it should be there, an exit to Yuma. Okay, good. Sounds good. Beautiful morning. Perfect day to start the journey, to resume the journey. Twitch feeds have been having problems for you the last few days. Ooh, GG. Tucson. No, it's Tucson, I believe. Because there is a Hyundai car that is named Tucson, and I had to look up how to pronounce it because we have that, and it's apparently Tucson. As weird as that sounds, I don't know what that is. Maybe that's a Native American term. (2018) Cascadia, but not Cyrus the Virus. Ooh, would love to drive that. Cascadias are very famous in the US roads, right? They look pretty modern as well. I would like to drive that. Why do people still have their headlights on? What time is it? It's 9 already. So how do we go back to the 10? Guess we just go through straight here, I think. Tuscan. All the different combinations. There we go. I-10 West. You pronounce it as Tuscan. That's a different place, I think, right? Tuscanson. Isn't that like in Italy? Don't refresh. Desktop is working. So it's the app. Okay, so you're in mobile. All right. Now when you're on desktop, you can also check out the Amazon Gear panel below. See if it works for you, if it loads properly. Which one is that, Rohan? Which is very famous and has very nice engine sounds. It's working fine for you, Kelly. Good. Amazon Gear is working. Okay, great, thank you. Yeah, there is. Yeah, I have to be more accurate. But I'm not sure really. I haven't explored it so much. So you can go to Twitch via your browser or via the new Twitch app for desktop. I'm not really a fan of that. I'm pretty happy with the browser. I'm not sure what the advantages of having the Twitch app, aside from if you want games like Tales from Borderlands. I got from there for free with Twitch Prime. My stream's working great. Fabignano last night kept freezing up. Oh really? Was he having internet problems? Or that was the problem on Twitch's end? 2 choppers. Wow, that's heavy. That's scary. Won't they hit each other that way? You've got the app. Okay, so even with the app, you still see the panels and everything. Okay, that's good. Problem was on Twitch's end. I see. Hey, look at this. We've gotten 7 miles now. So it is improving. Our mileage is improving bit by bit. 2 choppers would never be that close. That's also what I had. I was thinking, wasn't that a dangerous, wasn't that a hazard? Like, that would probably violate some airspace code or something. Minimum distance or whatever. Wow, now that's too low. Not much of a difference with both desktop and app. Just the option not to log in each time into Twitch to view other channels. I see. Okay, that's good then that it works. Maybe I should try it out sometime. Yeah, I only opened it before for Tales from the Borderlands. Nice ride. It's very quiet though, huh? That car. Are we in Arizona now? To be honest, I'm not quite sure. We should be, but I didn't notice the sign. Maybe it was night when that happened, when we crossed over. But I think we are. Yes, Arizona. I didn't see the border, the Welcome to Arizona sign, and the infamous Greyhound bus. Roadwork up ahead. Slow down a bit. Okay, our lane is good. Karchner Caverns, next exit. What is that? Let's check it out. It looks like a rest stop. Arizona. Missing mobile barriers again. Something like Tucson. Is it this one? I guess. You watched Steven Kiberton. Do I watch Steven Kiberton on Twitch? I don't. I think his schedule is a bit different. Oh, wait a minute. This is closed. Rip. Oh, we should turn left. Okay. Is anyone behind us? Yes, there is someone behind us. Okay, let's turn left. Maybe the gas station is here. The random events are part of the default game in ATS, but I do have the more events mod, which extends some default ones and I think adds some new ones as well. Oh, wrong button. He's very funny. I think he is. I've watched him a little, but yeah, the schedule doesn't really blend well with me. Is this the last haul? Probably not. Still have an hour to go. Clumsy is happy if there is nothing in front of it on his path, or else... Oh no. Yeah, sounds about right. There you go, truck wash. Maybe we'll unlock that as well. Ooh, is this Denver? The last dinosaur. I guess that kind of shows my age, huh? You guys probably don't know that anymore. Well, some of the guys at least. Let's see if we can get something in here. Oh no. Crap. Climb the curb. That's gonna be a bit of damage. There's an option to have random staff every 100 meters. Yeah, if you change the random events parameter. You catch his video on his channel. Oh, does he also post on his channel? Oh, maybe I should check it out. Not that I have enough time to watch everything, but yeah. What does he usually play aside from trucking? Oh, you didn't get any. Didn't unlock anything. It's fine. What is there on the right? Oh, it's a closed road. Okay. Train sim and farming. Ah, okay, cool. Man, traffic. Oh, but that's I think on the right side. The left I think is more free. Let's squeeze in there. Oh, he's letting me pass. Thank you. Mujek. I guess he's Polish. You're surprised Peterbilt isn't here. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, he would have loved this. He would be, but Clumsy is driving a Kenworth. Maybe he left when he saw the truck. But at least it's not European, right? It's Bane. Okay, let's go one by one. You go ahead. Okay, maybe I go ahead. Okay, maybe I go ahead. You stay there. Oh. Bro, come on. Almost hit each other then. Traffic's like that in the UK. You mean the build-up? Yeah. Okay, good thing this guy was able to merge in. I think I let this guy pass though. Hello. Thank you. That was very weird, but fine. Thank you. Yeah, Sizzle's trailer pack. So nice. So nice. The skins are really a definite addition. And you can see them in the AI trucks. That's what's so awesome about it. You don't have to hold them to appreciate them. You'll just see them in traffic. How did the hunting for 4 cuttlefish go? I wasn't able to continue. I just got 2. But I think I'm pretty happy with 2. I mean, they're still in the aquarium. They haven't even hatched yet. So I'm not even sure what they do. But yeah, probably 2 is enough for now. Hey Jack, welcome back, man. Last but not least, Nightbot. At least someone said hello to Nightbot. People have been ignoring him since. Jack didn't mention you. Cry. But he mentioned Nightbot. So how sad is that? There you go. And now Nightbot. Like right on cue. What do you mean, BTS? You welcome Nightbot in the beginning. Oh, really? Good for you then. I missed that. Tucson is to the right. Okay. So we go past Tucson and should be I-8 West exit somewhere. I'm hoping to see the sign. Nightbot and you are very good friends from now on. That's because you can control him now. Those are the double choppers again. That's from the more events mode, I guess. It's a bit unrealistic, but it's fine to look at. It's quite interesting to look at. Yeah, two cars which are captured, which are caught by the police instead of 1, and so 2 choppers as well. So he basically duplicated the event, made it longer. You want to take exit 199 towards I-8 West. I hope I didn't just pass it. Thanks, Scotsman. Yeah, I forgot you're the exit expert. Alright, exit 260. I hope that's not it. That's a bit far. So I guess, I hope the exit numbers go down as we go forward. Otherwise, I would have overshot it. This is very nice. I like those junctions. Is this Tucson? Nice city. Downtown, yeah, I think it is. You turn north here. The road curls around. Okay, I see. Oh, we need a compass. That's what we need. It's like Subnautica. Yeah, that's the missing accessory. Okay, that's good. Exit numbers are going down. That's a good sign. So when the exit number is 199, then that's our cue. I just did. I kind of misunderstood that. Just did what? I don't quite understand what you're saying, BTS. Not sure if you're talking with anybody else. Oil systems, go. Nice. Good one. Turn north. Ah, okay, okay. Yes. That huge curve, huh? That's interesting. So I-10, we were in I-10 West, now we're in I-10 North. I didn't know interstates could do that. Like they could change direction without changing numbers. And I thought that the I-10, like even numbers were like east and west, and odd numbers were north and south. But apparently there are exceptions, huh? And the train just popped in front of me. This one feels like a New Mexico area, the colors at least. So apparently it's not unique to New Mexico. Some part of Arizona also has it. They can change directions for shorter distance, as far as you know. General direction is east-west, but sometimes they travel north-south for short distances. Okay, you guys are consistent. Nice. Right, so I believe that. Ads again. Ads play in the middle during the stream? Oh, they didn't know that could happen. Double train hype. Are those our trains? That looks pretty cool. And you feel like Siri. Yeah. What's the name of the Amazon thingy? Isn't that Alexa or something? Should be like Alexa. Alexa, where do we exit? I-8 South. Wait a minute. Shouldn't it be I-8 West? I'm confused now which exit we should be taking. Hans Clumsy Copperware wiring kit for compass. Good memory in the recipe there. Alexa, there we go. So we have Alexa here. You only know Cortana from Microsoft. Yeah, Alexa is our resident guide. There we go, I-8 West. Okay, so we shouldn't be here. 8 towards San Diego is correct. Wow, you really are Alexa. That's some pretty nice GPS logic you have in there, Alex. Amazon Echo. What is Amazon Echo? I've never heard about that. Is that the Alexa thing? You need recharge. Oh crap, should have looked there. That was dangerous. I hate those kinds of roads, the ones which just merge like that. And the one has to give way to the other. It's a bit sudden for me. Like you're building up momentum trying to enter the highway and then you encounter that merge out of nowhere. Throws me off guard every single time, and it happens more often in ATS. Those kinds of merges. Thankfully not a lot of trucks, not a lot of AI cars pass through them. So I seldom get into accidents, but yeah. It's very dangerous. Echo is the name of the product. The name of the AI is Alexa. Aha, okay. Alright, I see. Echo is the actual product name. Cool. I'm not actually sure if it's useful. A lot of people have been... I'm hearing a lot of things about it. I mean, it's being referenced in certain posts, but I'm not actually sure what the use is. It's for the home, right? You put it in your home, you can talk to it, you can ask it stuff. But what else can it do? Like turn on the lights and if you're connected, then it can turn on and off stuff. I mean, I don't appreciate yet its full usage, aside from being a quicker way to search for things instead of typing them out. Should be having an exit towards Yuma, I believe. Are we going to Yuma? Yeah, Yuma. Echo is just a smaller version. There's a bigger one. Voice controlled stuff. But you need Wi-Fi. I guess in order to maximize that, you have to have your other appliances connected, huh? So we can control it. Thank you for letting me through. Mostly used for the home network and all devices connected to the home network. I see. So instead of having to flick a switch, you talk and ask Alexa to do it for you. I don't know. I'm not too fond of voice. I guess I'm a bit old school in that regard. I'm still not too used to the fact that I talk to my phone, or I talk to something instead of just typing my query. I guess it's because I don't have a lot of trust yet with the voice recognition, with the accent and everything. Although, to be fair, I do use Google Assistant every now and then, and it's pretty accurate. It does get my accent quite a bit, so it's pretty that's pretty admirable. We're getting so lazy, I know, right? Innovation, technology. You will exit from this road into the town of Yuma. Okay, so I should be seeing an exit to Yuma then, I hope. Or maybe a sign saying we're entering Yuma, and then an exit right after that, which says like a street name or something. Like when the fridge is connected to the network, Alexa can order milk if there is no milk. Oh, wow. That's very lazy, but that's interesting. So it knows if there's milk or not? That must be some high-tech fridge, huh? Looking inside, looking at the contents and interpreting each content there is, if there's milk. Or is there like a specific container for milk? Specific slot where it looks at, which it looks at. Guessing as it should be exit 1 or 2, as Yuma is on the border of California. Ah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Actually, I didn't notice if we went through exit 199, if there was an exit number when we turned into I-8. Remember TVs with no remote control. Right, right. Me too. And move the antenna so the picture is better. Oh yes. And it depends. Like you have the antenna working today, but tomorrow could be a different story. You have to nudge it a bit more to the left, hold it, and when you let go, the signal turns sour. And you're too late. No, not really. Just in time, fandom. Welcome back. About another hour, right? Yeah, we can do I think a short job after this. Okay, that's good. Just go straight through like this. Road work ahead. That's an interesting sign. Not sure if that's from the default game. That sign, that electronic sign there. It is 8:09 in the US. Oh, what time zone is that? Because Eastern time is 9:12, right? I see what you mean now. Is that like MST? LPs you had to turn over. Okay, I'm not. I didn't reach that generation. I was in the cassette tape era already. I don't even know how to make an LP work. Like the thing with the needle and everything. When I came to, my dad had it, but it wasn't working anymore. Or maybe I just didn't know how to do it, how to make it work. They're talking about LP now, long playing, the black like CDs, huge CDs. They're now sought after. Had an 8-track in his car. Those random events are awesome. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? Cassettes. Oh, you still have cassettes, Rohan? I would have thought you would be in the digital age by now. Some people don't even know how cassettes look like and how to use them. Yeah, LP. How about LD? Are you guys familiar with LD? And look at this, foggy weather. Foggy weather 101. We don't get this too often. Are you guys familiar with LD, the laser disc? That was the most insane thing I've ever seen in the technological advancements. Although we did get some of those. We did get a few LD players during our time where you had to like reverse, like there was a side A and side B. Cassette is as in VHS tapes, those are different. But similar technology, I guess, with the ribbon. But cassette is for audio. The very small one. The VHS is the bigger one for video. Your dad had a lot of them. Ah, I see. Yeah. I think we need lights on, otherwise it would be fine. Most of it has videos of you as a child. Oh, so that's you mean the VHS? Ah, okay. Right. Cassettes and pencils. Beta tapes, yeah. We had beta tapes before. Betamax tapes before we had the VHS. The Betamax tapes are those smaller ones, right? Smaller than the VHS. I thought they came before the VHS tapes. Used to spoil it all the time. Yeah, I like the Betamax. And previously when you had those stores where you rented the tapes, we were so excited every weekend we would go there. It's like a family tradition. We would go there, the store owners became our friends already. And they would have like these new releases lined up, and you can only rent them for like a couple of days, comparing with the older tapes that they had, which you could rent for like a week. So it was so nice. And when you didn't return them on time, you had like a fine and everything. So cool. Old school. They were competitors to VHS. Oh, okay. I thought they were like one step lower in terms of era. I didn't know that. Sony tried to limit the producers of the beta tapes, cut off their own market. Ah, I see. So they were trying to control the market, and then it turned against them. GG. Still have a few VHS tapes lying around somewhere. When's the next Twitch stream? Next is Wednesday. But that will be Subnautica. Totally different game. Also, I'm not sure if we've passed through our exit already. I am hoping not. Okay, right after the bridge. This is the bridge. Yuma should be somewhere nearby. So glad we had the APS with us. Alex Possession Existent. Do you like it? You mean Subnautica? Yes. We're going to Yuma Bear. By the way guys, next week unfortunately there will be no Clumsy Trucking. I have to go back to Manila on Thursday next week. It's my dad's birthday. And I wanted to go be there with him. Because last year, as you guys might remember, was a very difficult year for us, and during that time, during his birthday, it was a very sad moment. So at least this year I wanted to be a happy moment for him. So I'm going home this next Thursday until Sunday, so there will be no Clumsy Trucking. I'll try to make it up though by having some videos in line, so I have to do some advanced recording. You're so old that you remember books. Man, that sunset looks beautiful. Let's take a photo. Oh, okay. My keyboard actually slept already. It's been too long since I last pressed the key. Is DVD still popular? I guess not anymore, huh? Will I try C2C? Maybe. But I don't know. I guess I will. I'm not closing my doors. I'm just pretty much hooked with Nat van der Signs. Beautiful. It's a bit too... Yeah, that one I think is better. Thanks, man. Glad you guys understand. You kept 2 VHS Lord of the Rings, Ralph Bakshi version, and Exorcist. I have no clue what that is, what that Ralph Bakshi version is. Family comes first. Thanks. Ooh, Starbucks. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Exit 3. You might be right there, Scotsman. Might be exit 1 or 2 where we're leaving. Unless this is the one already and I missed it. We will see. Exit. Okay. Keep my eyes peeled. Yuma. Aha, there you go. Finally. This is quite nice, huh? Lots of things happening here. Cities, bridges, fancy bridges over there, a river. Some clumsy trucker here going to crash into the barrier. Thanks, Jay. Stop thinking about streaming in SKRS. Right. Yuma, there we go. Right on schedule. Beautiful. This jake brake button right on the shifter is perfect. I can easily keep the jake brake on and shift down little by little with it just always on. It's beautiful. Now where are we delivering this? Like BNSF. BNSF. That's the railway, I think. Right? Might be. You've got your own sat nav, yeah. The guys over at the... You guys are helping me out a lot. Would have been much harder if I was doing this alone. Probably would have gotten lost. That sky looks threatening. Indeed. Oh yeah. That looks like something from Lord of the Rings. How is my new toy? You mean the shifter? It's awesome. I'm getting the hang of it little by little, but at some point, sometimes muscle memory kicks in and I still hit the wrong buttons, the old buttons, which is now mapped to the parking brake. So if I hit the wrong button, you'll know it immediately. I'm not sure where BNSF is. Maybe I should have studied it, huh? I'm guessing right? Burlington Northern Santa Fe Railway. Ah. Wait a minute, let's stop over here and double check. It's a small road after all. Bye, Bear. Have a good one. Oh, okay. It's way back there. Wrong turn. Alright, so let's go around straight through the main road and then right after the first intersection after the main road. Okay, it's clear. Have a good day, Bear. Thanks for hanging out. Very true to life, huh? Truckers getting lost. So Alex, how is the Tom Dooley 579 working out for you? I was debating whether I should try that or this one, and I went with this one. Maybe next week we can try that out, or next week when I'm back. This depends on what else comes up, and maybe we'll try a map mod. I don't know, or maybe we'll be in ATS too. All depends. Alright, Rohan, enjoy your dinner. Oh man, bad timing. This is a huge road. Man, that sunset. Beautiful. You're not allowed to eat. You love the Tom Dooley 579. Alexa AP interior is so good, man. Yeah, I might configure that offline. Yeah, I think I'm liking that idea. Turn right after the first intersection. Here we are, and BNSF should be somewhere. I forgot. I think on the left. This looks like a familiar place. So many customization options. So you don't need the interior reworks anymore, right? I mean, no. Yeah, that's probably a question. Do you still need the interior reworks on top? I guess not, because the Tom Dooley's 579 would come built in with it. Oh, rip! Ah, I hate you. Pick up. Should have stopped there. Shouldn't have gone so forward. Oh, easier parking than I expected. I was thinking of that very challenging one at the back. Although this is quite challenging in itself, I'm not sure how we will fit in here. I'll try. Tom Dooley mod is independent. I see. So you also don't need the... what is that? SCS Truck's extra parts by Pendragon. Does it modify the existing 579? Or is it a standalone truck? Oof. Getting very close to this one. I think that's not enough. We'll have to turn this way. Yeah, it's not enough. Clumsy trucking. Modifies the existing truck. So that's what I remember as well when I tried it before. But that was before it had the interior reworks. See how this works. That's looking good. I think we'll need to thin it out a bit. I think it's a bit over a little, but maybe it'll still work. There. It was still accepted. I'll take that. Yeah, it's even. It's even. It's just more on the left side. A little closer than intended. Not too bad. When you select it in the dealer, there is no grille or headlights. Oh, right. I see. Yes, I did install Pro Mods 2.26. I think as of episode 208 in ATS2, I was already using that. 37k. Not too bad. Now have a look at the stats. Woohoo, 25.10 liters. Not too bad. Actually pretty nice. Yeah. 992 kilometers, 25.10 liters per 100 kms. 0.10% damage. I like it. Welcome back, Phantom. You made it indeed. Not much damage from the pickup. Oh yeah, true. Man. GG. 240 at 25. Cool. I think it's the first time I reached the line of 2. I had like a 15 or 12 the other day, but that I think was a bug. I think it got a bit messed up with all the reloads I did and all the different profiles mixing and matching. Okay, let's look for a short job. Maybe I sleep first, huh? Yeah, let's maybe do this in the morning. Unless there is something really good here. Let's see. Pepsi? How about that one? What this one looks cool. Although, yeah, it's nice, but I want to drive in the morning. Let me set it to morning, maybe 8 a.m. And then when I enter the freight market, it should be applied already. 8 a.m. Yep, good. Wow. How about that one, guys? I think that one's pretty nice. Only 5 tons though. It's a bulky one, but it's only 5 tons. I think that's from the trailer that you like, Alex. The Diluc. Was it Diluc? Carlsbad sounds good. That one. Milling machine. Classic heavy haul trailer. Or a Swift 1 to Barstow. Oh, we lost the other types. Crap. Diluc pack, yes. So we can either take that one or this one. Which do you guys prefer? This is heavier. This is newer. That's bulky as heck. How many axles does that have? This is articulated. This is not. I think I'll go with this. The milling machine. Barstow or Carlsbad sounds good. Okay. So either. And the diversion pipe is wide but quite light. This one. Let's take this one. It's been a while since I took a milling machine. That additional length there will most likely throw me off. Yeah, we're pretty good in terms of heavy cargo. We should have that set. And the pickup point is in this establishment for sure. Oh, that's the one. They look right in front of us. And that's the one we'll be picking up. So yeah, the one we're picking up looks much more formidable, doesn't it? This miller is actually a pretty common equipment. We even have it here in Singapore when they're like pouring asphalt on the new roads. I see that. But it's nice to see it being hauled by a truck and attached to like docked to a trailer like so. There you go. Probably going to throw the fuel economy out the window, but it would be nice to haul something heavy for a change. Miller is part of the heavy cargo pack, yes. That's looking good. There you go. Nice. Oh, we don't have the oversized signs. Brake lights work. Hazards work. We're good. Oh, beacons. Beacons work. Yes, beacons work. Good. Or otherwise known as the don't even back it up pack. Exactly. Oh, wait a minute. For this trip, can we just go with the GPS? Or do you guys prefer the no GPS still? Let's study and see if we can manage it. So this is going back the same way. That's pretty basic. 8 west. All throughout. Passing San Diego. Not kind of. Not really. And then merging through the I-5 north to Carlsbad. Second exit in Carlsbad. I think it works. I don't think I need a GPS. And yeah, I have you guys around, so I think we can manage it. Yeah, 8 and then 5. Don't back it up ever. Alright, let's close that. Let us rely on our instincts. And that's probably not a good sign. Engine died right off the bat. It's very heavy. It is very heavy compared to the ones I have, at least. You wait. I need all the space I can get. Oh my goodness. Not sure if I can manage. I think I'll have to climb through here. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Okay, you'll do fine. Did you see that car? That car was super scared. He had to stop in the middle. He was going to move already, but then he kind of second guessed himself and just gave it a bit more time to let the trailer pass. When you have Scotsman and Alex, you don't need GPS. True. And then when it comes to Subnautica, when I have UJ, I don't need it either. If I remember correctly, this is the one. Man, really having a hard time. Not used to not being able to just go straight. Maybe I should start from crawler gears. From the low gear. Turn left, no, right, straight. And when that comes like around 15 seconds later, it's not going to help much, huh? Man, look at that, struggling to go. I know it's your turn, but can I squeeze in, please? Pretty please. Ferrari. Is that Ferrari? Okay, fine. Okay, it's our turn now. Wow. Engine died again. It's just that heavy. Okay, let's start from low gear. Chinese takeout looks fishy. What? Does it seem like there's something else going on inside? Stock sat nav. True. And I think I have to use all my gears here. Minimal skipping. Poor AI. Well, I didn't hit anybody. Just almost. Oh man. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Good. So we go 8 west. Correct? The virtual insurance company is having a panic attack. Yeah, they're going to regret giving me this job. They shouldn't have shown it in the freight market. And I guess if it's hard to accelerate, then it would be hard to decelerate as well, given how heavy it is. With that in mind, let me try to give it a bit more space. And I do my engine braking. Okay. Space good. I think you'll do just fine. Okay, good. I'm not going to skip gears here. And I'm going to stick to 1500 RPMs. We need all the power we can get. So it's just straight through the I-8, through the 8. And then we turn on to 5 north, I think, yes. And then we should be... And then we'll arrive at Carlsbad. And then we take the second exit, I think. This is why you need higher diff for this type of loads. True, yeah. Yeah, very true. This one we have right now is more for general hauling, I guess, huh? Not for heavy loads. So much for that good fuel mileage, yeah. It had its time. The overall consumption is... Yeah, the MPGs are going down pretty fast. I guess by the end of this trip we'll be down to 6 MPG overall. Ooh, nice one. What is that? The asphalt miller at work. It's pretty cool. I don't recall seeing that before, and there are so many. Maybe it's not. Maybe it was there before, but it's not as long. And this looks like a newly, how do you say, asphalted road. Our Veco truck is old school. Six is not bad for a heavy load. Well, that's just the overall. But I guess if you just take this load in particular, it would be very low. Do you guys know how to reset that? Like 7.5? Is there a way to reset it? So each job you can like measure your consumption. That would be very handy. Newly paved road, yes. As simple as that. Thanks, Jay. The equalizer version. The 190/38. Oh, that's a very nice truck. That's the one with the sad history, right? Hey Vinicius, welcome back. No worries. Still have this job to go before we have to go. It's a bit redundant, but you get the point. Yeah, still some time left, exactly. Have we entered California yet? Not yet, huh? I think. Well, at least even if we're hauling something this heavy, we're still on the highway. So at least we have we don't need to stop and go so much. Although there are these roadworks that will not help a lot. No, we're in the right lane. Okay, good. Yuma is right on the border of Arizona and Cali. Ah, okay, I'm in Cali already. Okay, I see. I didn't see the welcome to Cali sign. Missed it. It's the fact that you wanted to watch since the start. Ah, I see. Yeah. Well, I'll be posting this by tomorrow, so you can catch up if you want. There are some tight turns ahead. Wow. Really nice GPS. The APS even has some heads up notifications. Thanks, man. Ooh, yeah, it looks like some tight turns. This guy got broken up. No, this is California already. Earlier we were in New Mexico, but we left. We traveled from New Mexico to Arizona, and now we're in California. Trucks use right lane. Slow trucks. That's me. 35. Okay. You have to slow down now, I think. Don't even try merging into me. Look at this guy. Just he's just going straight through. He's YOLOing it. Okay, now he's able to wow. You know how risky that is, overtaking on a blind spot on a tight curve, and how risky this is. Okay, I think fifth gear can work. Oh, everybody's overtaking me now. That's fine. If you're hauling something like this, you're not going to be looking for speed. As long as you're moving, you'll be happy. Class C plus E. So some strange trucks to drive. What are you guys talking about? Is this real life trucking? Ducati Veyron. Yeah, I said that one, which passed us. YOLOing it full on. Ah. Okay, there you go. That clears it up a little. Oh, this feels really heavy. Maybe he's a train conductor more than a truck driver, huh? Basing on the name. This might be a good photo after this car. Let's check it out. Let's see. I want to show this in all its glory, but I'm not sure if we can make space for it. Well, we can show it like that. Magnitude. Does that come from the default game? I don't quite remember it. Or did the mod modify that? Change that somehow. This one, or maybe better is from this angle. No, this one, because the other side has cars. I'll take that, and maybe one from below. It's a bit too much, that one. Yeah, that works pretty nice. I'm sold. You would ask Alex for trucking advice. ATS made you truck for real, wow. That's great to hear. Those stories are really inspiring, huh? Are you a full-time trucker now, Jack? Or are you on the process of learning? Are you like in school or something? Slower traffic keep, right? That's us. There we go. Readying myself for 5th. You have passed class 2. 18-ton rigid and on agency at the moment. Nice. Congrats, man. Oh no. Oh no, I'm losing it. 3rd gear. There we go. I have those beacons on, yes. Look, this guy overheated because of the steep climb. Did I watch Stobart? Yeah, I watched like the first 4 or 3 seasons. I wanted to watch more, but I couldn't find episodes for the other seasons. You know where I could find them? Unfortunately, it's not on Netflix. And I don't see it available as well in other places. So I'm not sure where to look actually. Oh man. Going for C plus E. What is C plus E? Slow down a bit here. Still going too slow. Too fast rather. Ow. Good, 65 tons, wow. Tractor and trailer, what I'm driving now. Ah, okay, I see. Ah, so the one you had, yeah, you mentioned rigid. 18-ton rigid, I see. Who's saying goodbye? Kelly? Alright. Have a good day, Kelly. Thank you for hanging out with us. Catch you again next time. Catch you on YouTube. But you were shocked that the Iveco 190-38 was able to haul a heavy cargo, 55 tons. Wait a minute. I-5. No, I think we're going straight. Was able to haul a heavy cargo, 55-ton trailer, 4x2 chassis and a 360 horsepower engine. Wow. Did you have a hard time? Can go to 32-ton max on your license. That's pretty heavy. 32 tons, the weight including the truck or only the trailer? How do you usually measure the weight? What is included? Straight through here. Thanks, Alex. Oh, you really know your roads, huh? Keeps you shifting all the time. I can imagine. All okay. Truck plus cargo. I see. So that's like half what we're hauling right now. This is like 65 tons. That's pretty heavy still. And because you haven't done your C plus E yet, that means that that's 32 tons rigid, right? Would be a 4-axle tipper. Ah, I see. At the end, trailer damage was 20%. Oh, it was a special transfer job, I see. Was it so special anymore in the end, huh? By the time it ended, it was a normal trailer. Lost its special status. Downtown to Los Angeles. Downtown ST. What does ST mean? I don't think we need to exit there. I think we just have to go through I-5 North, which is straight where we are right now. Good. LA only. San Diego. Ah, okay. I see. Nice. Love the signage here in Cali. Beautiful. Love this junction. Slow down a little. Okay, I'm good now. Five north, there we go. So it should just be straight through. Actually, we should be turning left here, because there's an exit up ahead. Then it should be straight through to Carlsbad, kind of. Balboa Avenue. It's at Rocky Street. You got 2,000 out of 25,000 for the job. At least you still got something, huh? Something to cover the fuel, maybe, and the tolls, and the penalties. Sideswiped the bus, rolled it over once and got nothing. Kinda worth it. I like the AI vehicles we have so far, and I'm not sure why that is, but it seems like ATS is more optimized for me. Like I can afford to have Jazzy Cat's trailer packs in ATS, but in ETS2 it's a bit too slow for me. It stutters a lot. I don't know, maybe now it doesn't anymore, because if you remembered, we toned down the stream to 720. The recording that will go in YouTube will still be 1080 by 60, but Carlsbad next 3 exits away. Good, we're close. So it shouldn't be this one, it should be the next one. But yeah, that helped the performance a lot, I think. Toning it down to 720 for the stream. But I think ATS is smoother for me in general. No problem, Rohan. Yeah, have a good night. Thank you for dropping by just to say bye. Catch you next time, Rohan. Catch you in Discord. Don't mention fuel. Fuel's already expensive with the smooth fuel tank on the Iveco truck. Oh yeah, true. At least you're able to finish one job. Oceanside Boulevard, I think that's our exit. Welcome back and take care. ATS is way more optimized for you too. Maybe Jazzy Cat's stuff is because it's less compact than ATS, or maybe it because, I don't know, ATS is newer, so his vehicles are newer as well for ATS. Maybe it's more optimized than his ETS2 versions. I don't know. No clue, but ATS is just smoother for me overall. Sure thing, Vinicius, no problem. Yeah, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for hanging out, man. Feel free to catch up in the footage, the VOD. I'll be showing it. I'll be releasing it tomorrow. Whoa. See you, Rohan. Take care. Good night. Oh man, that's heavy. Low gear. Going to fit in. Making as wide a berth as I can. Yeah, I think that's enough. Should be. Yeah, not too bad. Question is, where do we deliver this? Cat. Where's the cat place here? We don't use the Jazzy Cat cargos anymore, even in ATS. Maybe I should do that as well. Might help the performance a bit more. Do you guys remember where the cat dealer is? The cat company? Let's say a bit more. Thanks. Look at this. Seems like there's something wrong with this double stop sign. Double stop painting. I think we've been here in the series. The ATS Season 2 series. Always leaves before the stream ends. Yeah, that's his normal timing. Oh, it's on the right. Okay. Sorry. Okay. My bad. Yes, I'm from Singapore. I live in Singapore. How do you say that? What hella whore? Welcome to the stream. We'll stay a bit more. Nice. Yeah, you'll be able to finish it then. Yeah, you're just in time. We're just going to deliver this and we'll end the stream. Exactly. Thanks, Jay. Yeah, it's always complicated for me when people ask where I'm from. Usually I just say Philippines to skip the connection, make this long story short. Like when we were in the Maldives, most of the people ask, that's usually the first thing people ask. Where are you guys from? How do you answer that? Okay, I think this is where we are going. Not sure though. I think it is. There are some buildings over there. Going to assume this is where we're going. Cool. Someone from SG as well. Nice. Yeah, it's too bad. I do see some Scanias lying around though. At least there is something. In the Philippines, there is absolutely zero. Like the only trucks I see there, the only European trucks I see are the MANs. And very basic ones. Nothing very fancy, like super basic models. But still, there is something. Here in SG, I've seen a couple of Scanias, a couple of Volvos, Volvo FHs. Or in the smaller variants normally. RIP. Why didn't that come through? Okay, this is GG. If this doesn't come through, I'm not sure how to reverse this. Why didn't that fit? We were right on the money there. I don't want to do this. Everyone assumes you're from the Middle East. How does it work again for you? So where are you from originally, and where do you live now? What's the long story? Picky parking. Yeah. Let me try going here more. He just doesn't want to end the stream yet. So that's why he won't accept the parking. So I guess if I move this to the right, then the trailer should move to the left a bit. Should nudge it a bit to the right like so. There you go. And if I go straight again, should hopefully correct a bit. Okay, a bit more. There you go. This post is going to be very problematic though. Yeah, there it is. And this thing is going to be in the way. Okay, that looks better. Then let's steer it back. Oh, come on. I'm just smooching that a bit. There you go. Oh, rip the trailer. Okay. The rear dolly is jackknifing. Oh yeah, good call. I forgot there was such a thing. Okay, I don't think this will work. We have to come back out and back in again. As you guys said, don't ever even think of reversing this thing. But it looks so close though, doesn't it? I think it's better if we just made a U-turn, if that's possible even. Okay, that looks better. Just straight through. Let's just go out again and then go in fully. Oh, the back is jackknifing again. Rip. The BNSF one is a real thing. Exactly. It's not going to work. Can I U-turn? I doubt I can U-turn here. It's going to be too tight. Nope, not going to work either. Okay, so we're stuck. What seemed like a seemingly simple parking is eating us alive. Okay, we can do this bit by bit. Bit by bit. Don't even back it up back. Exactly. Yeah, if we could somehow lock the axles, lock the joints, articulation points, that would make it a lot easier, but they didn't put that in. I can't even reverse straight here. Wait, wait. Something happened. Something happened there. Something magical. I don't know how that worked, guys, but it accepted that now. It seems like we were able to make it straight after all. It works. Beautiful. We got lucky. Okay, good. Let's have a look at the fuel economy. Put the Singapore sling on it. 45.89. Not too bad for a heavy haul. Not too bad for a heavy haul. That worked, GG. Somehow we were able to get through. So now we can turn off the thing. Whoop. And no damage. Oh, I didn't notice. Was it 0? Double check. Oh yeah, 0. Wow. Didn't expect that because we... Didn't we climb a curb in one of those places? Or maybe not. Alright. Well, yeah. Let's leave it there. That was a great job. Very nice modeling, as always, by SCS. Thank you guys. Well, thank you for being my GPS. Thank you for hanging out with me, everybody. Thank you, Alex, for moderating. Always a huge help. And for being our APS. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a good day. And see you guys on Wednesday. I'll still be here Wednesday. We'll still have the stream on Wednesday. Subnautica. Okay? Thank you. Have a good night, and Clumsy trucking, everybody. Let me try to use my new button. Clumsy trucking. Have a good night, and bye-bye. Have a great weekend. Night one didn't hate you. That's true. Catch you soon, guys.